Beyond the finish line, I see the sun rise past the broken lights, through the battles and the lies. Every step I take, I'm leaving chains behind.
Week 3 preview. We got some big football games this weekend. Georgia obviously headed to Knoxville. Talked about that here in the recap. What's going to happen there? Does Kirby continue his dominance over Tennessee, or is this Tennessee's time to put their foot on the gas? We're going to find out. College game day will be there. I'm sure Kirby is hoping for orange tees all across the board when they make their picks. We'll see. Colorado, I didn't talk about them in the recap because they're starting the third-string quarterback against Houston this weekend, so we'll see how that goes or how long it lasts. If it doesn't go right in the first half, how long does Dion keep him in the game before he goes back to Salter, or has Julian Lewis in the game? Clemson at Georgia Tech. Definitely think Clemson's on upset watch here. As I have talked about over and over, I think Georgia Tech has a football team this year. I think that they have plenty of firepower to stand with Clemson and hang with them. And Haynes King, if he's back, I haven't read enough about it. But even if they're starting Aaron Philo, I think there's enough out there to upset them at home. I expect Georgia Tech will probably be pretty loud. Wisconsin headed to Alabama. You've got USC headed to Purdue. South Florida and Miami. If South Florida can go into Miami, this does more than puts them in a great ride of the rest of the schedule to actually be a playoff team consideration at the end of the season with those two upsets, especially being on the road. But it also, you're talking Miami and South Florida. What does it do for the recruiting at South Florida if you go in and beat the Florida Gators and the Miami Hurricanes? The Bulls may get some recruits. I saw a top quarterback just committed to them yesterday or the day before after the upset to Florida. Arkansas headed to Ole Miss. Florida at LSU. That's a tough one after an upset like they had to go down to Death Valley and have to play the Nussmeier, Brian Kelly's Tigers. Good luck. That one's going to be does it get louder for Billy, or does it shut down all of the noise? Time will tell. I assume it's probably going to get louder. Texas A&M, Notre Dame, we talked about that one. Marcel Reed, I don't know if I have enough establishment from him to know if he's the guy. He can run out of this world. His passing, I think the consistency, but you do have Mike Elko there, and he'll have the boys ready. So that'll be a good game. And then Vanderbilt heads into South Carolina. I think South Carolina's probably on upset watch here, with Vanderbilt doing what they do. Diego, again, the noise was loud. The SEC special they had on Netflix was loud for Vandy. There's not really been a lot of noise about them early. They just beat Virginia Tech at Virginia Tech. So could they win this game? Sure. It's going to be a close one. Lenore Sellers may take over and do what he does, and he's probably going to need to. But there is a chance that Diego Pavia goes in there and does what he does. Takes over. And then is very loud about it. So we'll see. That'll be a fun game. As always, stay safe. I'll catch you next week.
Beyond the finish line, I see the sun